Engaging in occasional acts of leadership, if that's all you want to commit to right now, is perfectly fine. God knows there's a crying need in society at large for people to do just that. But if you want to become a leader, someone who leads consistently and is accepted as such, then you need to hardwire your entire mindset accordingly. And the secret, I'll put that word in inverted commas because there's little that's truly secretive or magical about what we're about to discover, is not in becoming some sort of an always-on 24/7 leader bot who has a compelling urge to take control in every situation. I've met those people, and I'm sure you have too, and it's not attractive. It's rather in attuning your brain to shift into leadership mode at appropriate times. And what are those appropriate times? Well, the definition of leadership that we established earlier will help us here. Maybe you remember it. Leadership is helping any group of 2 or more people achieve their common goals. So, if leadership is helping any group of 2 or more people achieve something, then the appropriate time to adopt your leadership mindset is when you're engaged in anything that involves 2 or more people. Let me give you a simple example. You're in a garden on a pleasant early fall day, you're raking leaves. In scenario 1, it's your garden that you're in, and you're raking the leaves both for the rhythmic, mind-calming, therapeutic effect after a hard week at work, and also because, if you leave it for another weekend, it'll be a considerably wetter, mulchier job. In this scenario, you're engaged in a wholly personal activity, and one in which you're free to execute as and how you like, with whatever mindset you want. Getting bored or tired? Stop. Feel like raking the left side of the garden north-south, and the right side east-west? Knock yourself out. Complete the job in a manic burst, or spread it languorously over a couple of days? It's your call. Leadership be damned. In scenario 2, however, let's say you're raking leaves in the front garden of a soon-to-be-opened private hospice, and you've volunteered to help out in getting the place ready for the upcoming launch day. This is very much an enterprise involving 2 or more people trying to achieve common goals. And it's one, therefore, where a leadership mindset, either leading from in front or leading from within, depending on your role, is entirely appropriate, in fact necessary. And this important distinction between activities undertaken solely on their own and those that directly involve helping others achieve common goals leads us to a second, equally key element of leadership, and one which is often misunderstood. Effective leadership is goal-oriented, not people-oriented. Let's go back to our hospice opening to see an example of what I mean. As you're quietly raking the leaves, no doubt still enjoying the rhythmic, mind-calming, therapeutic effect anyway, even though this is no longer a wholly personal endeavor, and you see a swarm of other people cleaning gutters, installing a furnace, painting doors, putting up curtains. What's the goal of all of this activity? Well, if in the course of your involvement you choose to exercise leadership, to what end are you going to exercise that leadership? Obviously, it's in order to get the hospice open in time. That's the goal, not the happiness or the collegiality or the enjoyment of the people involved in the project. Now, obviously, getting some happiness and collegiality is an integral element of getting the hospice open in time. A happy team is likely to achieve better results than an unhappy one. But equally likely there'll be occasions when the general goodwill of the wider group might need to be sacrificed in order to get everything done on time to meet your goal. All of which is to make the point that many people get this distinction entirely wrong. And they start from the basis that the purpose of leadership is to build a happy collegial team. It's not so. Teamwork's a highly important leadership skill, as we'll see in future videos, but it isn't the be-all and end-all. Your mindset has got to be to achieve the goal of the undertaking that's at hand. If you doubt this, ask any football manager who has built a very content, happy team that fails to win anything year in, year out. So remember these 2 things about your leadership mindset. First of all, it has to be exercised towards helping achieve common goals. And secondly, leadership is goal-oriented. It's not primarily people-oriented.